Hi, on today's episode of Backyard Barbecue for the Soul, our guest cook Brian has invited me over to show us his rib recipe on his big green egg. Then we're going to sit down and talk a little bit about how his ribs turned out and why Brian decided to get into public service. Join us. Yo from the O, Kelly Belly back with the
Kelly Belly.
Back with you with Backyard Barbecue for the Soul with Brian.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So this is the night before our cook.
Mm-hmm.
It seems pretty obvious you're going to do
Yes.
some ribs. So why don't you tell me what you got? Looks like you made your own rub.
So I make my own rub, really. I like a lot of smoke flavor, so
Okay.
lots of paprika in here.
Nice.
Black pepper, obviously salt, but not too much salt because then it'll dry it out. A little cayenne pepper, just a little bit.
Okay.
And some garlic powder.
Nice.
And then, coating
Bring
the
out the
ribs.
flavor of the ribs really more than anything else.
Coating the ribs is kind of, a prerequisite. I don't like condiments. I'm really weird, so
Okay.
a lot of people use mustard.
I was going to say, it looks like you have what is that, Italian dressing?
Yeah, just very little.
Okay.
And
Just
I like
for
to use
binder?
that too because it helps, there's a lot of garlic in there too. So
Oh, nice.
I think that goes pretty good. So that's it in a nutshell.
What's going on? You got the big green
Big
egg all
green
fired
egg
up.
is cranking. It's ready to go.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Nice lump. Let's get some shots.
So
nice lump charcoal.
I'll use Cowboy. I get it at Ace. Shout out to Ace. Great place.
Oh, that's looking good.
I like it, because it's affordable. It cooks fast. It's got good flavor.
I did a cook with a guy yesterday who used briquettes. Do not work out well.
No, I've done that, and
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then so I've also got some apple wood chips. So
That's looking like it's close. So what
Yeah.
temperature do you want to cook at?
probably like around 250 or so.
Okay, so
Yeah.
cook around 250. You're using lump for heat. You're using apple chips for flavor, and we're gonna do some ribs. So here's the thought. So the only thing negative about chips is you gotta keep replenishing them.
I know.
I still like chips, but have you ever thought about using chips and like a piece or two of actual wood? So the nice thing about it, if you put I use like a log, it's so big around and this big. You put one of those on with the chips, it's gonna take hours to burn.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it kind of gives
Good
you that
idea.
balance of quick release smoke with more slow release smoke.
And I always use the chips because I thought, the first part of the cook,
what
that's
matters.
what really matters. And so, I don't have wood, so we'll see what happens. So
No, I think you're perfect because that's gonna smoke for an hour or two.
Yeah.
which is
yeah,
at least half, if not
right,
more.
right.
So let me hold that for you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'll throw these on.
Beautiful.
Like I said with the turkey, you just set the turkey on there.
It's perfect size.
And then, look at the smoke we're getting already. So,
And it's a clean smoke.
yeah. So we want to get
It's a lot
that
of
covered
smoke
up.
goes to clean smoke. Now you leave this wide open the whole
I'll
time?
leave it open as soon as I get to my temperature that I want.
Okay.
And then I'll start playing with it.
I love it. It's a great idea.
My biggest fear and problem is on a lot of these is that, they'll dry out.
Okay.
And so I don't want that to happen.
The only thing I tell you is instead of using water or wood water, I would put in just a little applesauce, apple juice,
All right.
orange juice, apple cider vinegar instead.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
It'll give it a little flavor.
Apple cider vinegar. will be better.
Anything that's
Yeah.
like apple cider, anything with an apple.
Okay. I won't have to, once I get it to where I want it and it's almost there, give or take a few, I'm happy.
This
Yeah.
gotta be smoking. Can I peek?
Oh, yeah. And then, when you open it, you drop the temperature a little bit.
That
anyway,
occurred to me.
So that's
That occurred to me. Love it.
Yeah. So it's right there.
Brian smoked his ribs for 4 hours, low and slow at 275. Now we're gonna
think
take
we're
them
ready.
off and see how they came
All
out.
right.
Alrighty, sir. Do you want me to hold on to one of those? Okay. I'll hang on to that. Oh, I can't wait to see. I think you did very well, my friend.
All right. It's not going to be bad.
The payoff is what makes it all worth it.
Here, you see the dogs coming out, right?
Oh, they're coming out. They want to smell. Look at this.
It goes pretty
Beautiful.
through. It's cutting through pretty good.
It's not even cutting with effort. Like, that's an effort.
No.
It's cut.
So I know it's not dry.
Oh, you see that
This
it's
one.
not. There you go.
Oh.
Oh, I like the rub. All right, so one of the last things I want to talk about is I like to do a lesson to learn on barbecue.
Okay.
So, What are you most happy about how this came out? Like what do you think went
I'm
really
just
well?
glad I didn't ruin it.
You didn't remotely come close
Burn
to
it.
ruining it.
Actually, I like that. I didn't overcook it. I've never cooked them in this manner before, where I put them in a pan and covered them for a while.
Okay.
So I like that they're not really dry.
Yes.
There's a little flavor in here, but not too much.
How does that compare to what you would ideally want in a perfect world?
I like it how it is.
Okay.
Because I think if you over season things, I mean, there's no coming back. And so
You don't taste the meat.
you don't taste the meat. I like to taste the meat.
So, gotta be some kind of a lesson learned. So, what would you ideally like to have done slightly differently?
I think it's a little, just a tad bit dry.
Really?
Yeah.
How moist do you like your ribs?
Well,
These are very moist.
and I think I'd like a little bit more of the crust on there.
A little more bark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say this. So on the bark part, because your color, this was it. Your bark was fine. Here's the challenge. I'm going to kind of show this a little bit. So when you do your ribs like this, you set your bark, which is there, then you cover it, which keeps it moist.
Mm-hmm.
But the trick is trying to recover that last bit
Yeah.
of crunch,
Yeah.
so it doesn't come out overly moist.
Yeah. I wish it was a
That's
little
hard.
more crunchy, and a little, I think the inside's great.
Oh, it is. The only other thing I would say too, maybe if we're trying to be picky, which is what we do here,
That's
we're
right.
trying to be picky. The slow smoke goodness of the green egg is obvious.
Yeah.
Like it really is impressive. I think next time, bug me for a log.
Yeah. Well, and I might try a different wood chip in there. There's a lot of apple in here with the apple cider vinegar and the apple wood chips.
Something to
I almost
balance
went pecan, but I just thought that this would be
Not
easier.
pecan or pecan.
No, pecan, whatever. Yeah. Tomato,
All right.
tomato.
I think this is super successful. Thank you again.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to get another bite, but I'm going to shake your
That's
hand.
all good.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Overall summary for Brian's cook, gave him a B- for overall flavor, B+ for overall cook quality. Pretty good job overall, I'd say. Anyway, I want to go ahead and show you some clips of when I sat down with Brian while the ribs were cooking. Talk to him a little bit about what motivates him as a public servant.
And so that's what drives me, understanding that I've been in a position to, represent or speak for those people is something that gets me up in the morning. It's my obligation and responsibility to go and fight for, people that need our help.
So let me ask you a quick follow-up question. Over the last, say, year, what's been the most rewarding thing you've done in public service?
I think just being able to go out and make a personal connection with a constituent, to listen to their concerns, and to be able to have conversation or put forth legislation to, improve their quality of life.
Braden's, you've done a lot.
Braden's Law is going to be
Great
a great
example.
thing. We'll have our first hearing on Tuesday, tomorrow, for that. The lieutenant governor is behind it. It's a nonpartisan bill that makes a lot of sense.